Hi guys, Lee from Overbite Gaming here, and today we are going to ask ourselves, what happened to gaming in 2017? Now, it was a year of ups and downs, and one personally I am happy is over, but there was a number of things that happened in gaming, and we're going to go through a few of them right now. And we're going to start off with Bungie. Now, if you've seen any of Snare's videos about Destiny 2, you know Bungie seems to be doing its level best to alienate its own community. Not only is it employing the famous loot boxes, which we will come on to later, but they're also taking away content you already owned. I mean, my god, when the expansion came out, PC owners had about 6 weeks to use some of it before it was taken away unless they bought the DLC. They have since reinstated it because of the massive backlash, but the fact they did it in the first place was pretty terrible. They're also recycling content from the first game and the raids, and they're also throttling XP. Come on lads, you're well respected inside that genre, and now you're fucking it up. Stop it. Next we have Atlas, who released Persona 5, which is a fantastic game. I have finished it and can't recommend it enough. It is brilliant. If you have a PS4 and you're into RPGs, oh, it is nirvana. Especially when you get to go after schoolgirls. Nice. But so concerned were they with protecting from possible spoilers, they actually started taking down YouTube videos of Let's Plays. And not only that, they disabled the sharing button on the PS4. That's not the way you go about protecting your game, guys. You're just going to piss people off and make them spoil it even harder. And they did come back and say, okay, you can stream this much of the game. That's fine. Very, very big of you guys. Thanks. The butler did it. Nintendo are going to fall in a bit later as well, but I want to cover the controversy of the Switch dock. Now, I own a Switch. I love the Switch, it's great. But the Switch dock is a cheapo, nasty piece of rubbish. It just feels so cheap, and it scratches the screens. It seriously does. There are people out there that say, no, you got to be a Neanderthal putting it in and getting your screen scratched. No, it will. As far as I'm concerned, unless they upgrade the inside of that damn thing, just put a couple of felt bloody pads on it. Jesus, how hard is that? It's not hard. But a screen protector should be mandatory if you own a Switch, and I believe most of you already have one because of this controversy. It's such a beautiful bit of kit though. Oh. Now we come on to the big palooza, the great hippo in the sky, the loot boxes. The year of the loot box, it has been called. Now, loot boxes have been around for ages, and in fact, in earlier releases this year were present and weren't really paid much attention to. I mean, you have Injustice has loot boxes, which you can purchase with real world money, and they will give your characters additional attributes, which will aid you in the multiplayer. So it's kind of pay to win. But no one really paid too much attention to it. I mean, we reviewed it and we didn't really pay much attention to it either, to be honest with you. But I think it's more the sort of ongoing magnitude of the loot boxes, the fact that every game had them. Every game had some horrible cryptocurrency way of purchasing them, or just straight up cash. I mean, and then you had the display of Call of Duty where in multiplayer people could watch you open your loot boxes and see all your goodies and go, oh, I want some of that, let's go get some loot boxes. Oh, that's pretty awful. But the cherry on top, the thing that broke the camel's back, it's Star Wars Battlefront 2, obviously. I mean, personally, I actually enjoy the game, especially the Starfighter mode, because that's just awesome. But yeah, it has loot boxes. Yes, they are pay to win, except you still can't pay for them. It's never been purchasable. I don't think it was ever purchasable outside of the beta. So they do recognize the public opinion, but the fact that it's in there and it's so core to the game mechanics as well. I mean, it does take a while to grind, and you have to be a certain level for this and do this, and you need to have this and get these parts so you can craft your card and all that. It's so integral, it's impossible to remove, and it sounds like a lot of EA's other games. I'm looking at the new UFC, which I am a fan of UFC games, and I've enjoyed the previous two, so I probably will purchase this. I'm hoping, though, in this case, it's going to be more like Ultimate Team, where it doesn't, because you can have a single player component, you can go through your career. It doesn't have to be in that. So I'm hoping that the single player will be golden, and I don't really want to play the multiplayer anyway, so fine. Oh, and apparently single player is dead. But for all of this badness, all of this nastiness, we have had some great things happen this year as well. Not as many, but we still have had great things happen. Let's start off with probably the most surprising one to hear me say. Ubisoft. Well done. Jeez. Who could imagine I'd be sat here only a couple months after releasing a video of like why I hate Ubisoft saying well done Ubisoft. Weird. I mean, not only did they take their time and actually put out a pretty decent Assassin's Creed game. I mean, there are a few bugs. I haven't come across too many myself, but it's a better game than they've released in a long time in that series. Well done for that. That extra year really paid off. And The Division. I wasn't mad keen on The Division when it came out. I was okay with it. It was okay, you know. But they have continued to support that sucker. They haven't just gone, okay, well, you know, you got money off that, let's go make Division 2 or whatever. They are supporting it, and they are putting out regular and, more importantly, improving patches. So the enemies are no longer the hellish bullet sponges they once were. They are a lot better. It's made the game, made me want to play the game again, and I have been. So well done, lads. I am as stunned as everybody else that heard that, so yay. Nintendo are back, baby. Oh my god, this Switch has just been an unparalleled success. It is killing it in terms of sales. And it has produced a few of the best games of the year, specifically Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. I own both, and they're both fantastic games. The console is really nice. It's a little bit expensive for essentially a tiny, tiny tablet, but my god, the things it does, it's wonderful. And also, you know, after seeing the Wii U and what happened with that, it's very much a surprise to see them come back with this little tiny thing and be so good. I mean, it's not a powerhouse or anything like that, but what it does superbly well. And you can just take games which you would have always wanted to be able to play on the go, like Skyrim, for instance. Having Skyrim on the go is amazing. It doesn't look as good as a PC. It's not moddable. I can't make characters have sex because I point at them, which is a thing I sometimes do. Moving on. And I think finally, and most importantly, this year has proven one thing. The people have power. That's all there is to say about it. The amount of controversies we have seen and the amount of stuff we've had to put up with, we finally said, no, we don't appreciate this horrible economy you're forcing upon us. We are going to stand up, we're going to be loud, proud, and in charge and say, hell no, what are you doing? We won't accept this anymore. And it worked. We have government legislation that is being investigated to prevent stuff like loot boxes. It's amazing. I mean, all the years before, when there was stuff like that, people moaned about it. Nothing happened, nothing changed, it got worse. But now, finally, things are happening. And it's all because us, the players, the gamers, sat on our couches, playing with our consoles, sat on our desks, playing on our PCs, just went, we're not going to take this anymore, and we're going to tell you bloody why. And people listened. That, to me, is the most important thing that happened this year, and it is amazing. Okay guys, so that was a quick rundown of various topics that happened this year in gaming that I felt was necessary to talk about. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up or possibly a subscription down below. Don't forget we release videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and I'll catch you later. Take it easy guys.